It's morphin' time. Pterodactyl.
Hi there, this is Datila with Rangers of Wrestling, bringing you the It's Wrestling Time Monday Night Raw post show. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so Monday Night Raw actually kicked off with the Bobby Lashley segment. He basically came out and made a claim for why he should be in the day one triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Steve Callahan saying, "Name Raw." How about you? You didn't even watch. And so basically, they try to say that that was a disrespect, that he wasn't even considered for this championship match. Then Kevin Owens comes out and says that he and Seth Rollins earned their opportunity to be in this match. And then Rollins comes out and creates. So basically, what ends up happening is that Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce agree and say Bobby Lashley is going to be in the Fatal 4-Way match only if he can beat Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and Big E in no particular order tonight. If he can beat all three of them, it will be a Fatal 4-Way. If not, it remains a triple threat. So I thought this segment was okay. I guess I can kind of see his claim as to why he would want to be in this match, but still, does he deserve to be in this match? I mean, he is a former WWE champion, and Big E did beat Bobby Lashley to become WWE champion, but does he deserve to be in this match? I guess in a way he kind of does. But hey, they had to make him earn it so that he could say he earned the right to be in this match. I know, but still, oh my God, Steve, Canada's greatest export. All right, so then after this, we get Matt Riddle versus Otis. This match wasn't too bad. A couple of things was Otis smashed Riddle's spine into the barricade, and Otis was victorious. And then Chad Gable got hit with an RKO. Okay, so I'll explain later in the night after this. After this, we got Bianca BelAir versus Doudrop in a rematch from last week. I was dreading this match because I was like, as long as it doesn't have the same finish as it did last week, it shouldn't be so bad. And I was right. It wasn't a bad match. It was actually, a decent match between the two. And surprise, surprise, it was a clean finish. Bianca BelAir defeating Doudrop. But as Bianca was going making her way towards the ramp, Doudrop attacked her. So I guess that means their feud is not over yet. But I will say, Doudrop does make some excellent points about Bianca, how she was handed opportunity after opportunity, even though she lost. Then after this, we get the first of three. It was Kevin Owens versus Bobby Lashley. Owens went immediately after Lashley. The first time Bobby Lashley tried to put the Hurt Lock on Kevin Owens, he countered. But the second time, he didn't even fully put him in the Hurt Lock, and he tapped out. And Kevin Owens said he was smart. He was smart. So, I was in a Becky Lynch segment. She's saying that she's welcome to the big time. And that she says she's never wrong. And it says that the crowd just doesn't know what they want. First, they were begging for her to come back, and now that she's back, they boo her. And she shows that angry Liv girl picture of that. Then Liv Morgan comes out and says that Becky had to cheat to win, and that she's a master of cheating to win. No, I have to disagree. The master of cheating to win was Eddie Guerrero, the late Eddie Guerrero. And then Liv says that she can beat Becky Lynch. And then Becky Lynch said that she blames Liv for not being ready. That if she knew she was going to do that, she should have been ready for that. Liv basically challenges Becky Lynch to a rematch at day one. Hello, saw that coming a mile away. And then in a post-match assault, Becky Lynch attacks Liv Morgan, puts her elbow into the steel steps and attacks, and Becky Lynch accepts the rematch. So while I like the promo, Liv's promo, it was a decent promo, still the issue remains that they have not established her as a threat. Like, I don't They're trying to do that now, but they should have done that from the beginning. Like they have from between here to day one to establish Liv Morgan as a credible contender, as a legit threat. So how can they do that? They stopped and built her momentum so much that I'm at that point where it's like it's not Liv though, it's the booking. It's the booking. I said this last week and I said it for the weeks leading up to that match. WWE did a horrible job building this feud, and I hope it's just not like it was today. It needs, it needs to be. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I just think WWE did a horrible job with this feud. It could have been better. Could it have been better? Yes. Could it have been a much better main event? Yeah, definitely. I don't know, if Liv Morgan doesn't win at day one, then I don't know who's taking that title off of Becky. She'll probably, if she would, I think, have ran through the division if Liv Morgan doesn't take that title off of Becky. But they have between now and day one to fully establish Liv Morgan. So hopefully they do that. They might. It looks like they're trying a little bit, but we'll see how far they can take it. So then, after we get an AJ Styles segment, he basically says Raw is since Steve. He basically says that, he saw almost as an investment, as a way to give back, basically. And that he wants almost to succeed in this business, and that he's not giving up on the team. So he'd almost officially make up. To me, I honestly feel like the storyline here is that they're going to eventually split them up, which they are. So it still need a little bit more time. But at the same time, it's kind of like, why are you splitting up another tag team? Like, why? The Raw tag team division is barely non-existent on the men's side, and the women's tag team division is barely non-existent too. You don't need to split up any more teams. But after this, speaking of teams, we get a makeshift team of Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus the Dirty Dawgz. Why they're feuding? I didn't understand why Matt Riddle and Randy Orton, who are the tag team champions, aren't facing the Dirty Dawgz. Didn't face Alpha Academy in a tag match. Instead, it was a one-on-one match. Yet Finn Balor and Damian Priest, who are not even a tag team, were put in a tag team match against a tag team. I don't know where the logic in that is. But nevertheless, Dirty Dawgz win because Austin Theory distracts Finn Balor by trying to take a selfie. That allows the Dirty Dawgz to pick up the win. And then after this, we get a really quick match. It's Queen Zelina versus Rhea Ripley. This was very quick. This match did nothing for me. Queen Zelina won. It seems like there's might be some problems with Nikki and Rhea because Nikki's having self-doubt issues. I really hope they don't split them up, because that's the last thing the women's tag team division needs, is another team that got split up. So then after this, we get the second of 3 matches. It's Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley. Lashley almost gets counted out. Big E, the one thing that I liked wasn't even officially a part of the match. It was Big. They cut to Big E taking back notes backstage, and he's just like writing and looking at the TV, seeing what's happening. Hey, that's harder than it looks. Okay, like look at my notes. Do you know how hard it is to sit and watch Monday Night Raw and try to take decent notes and try to take everything? It's hard. It's a lot of hard work sitting down and taking notes on a notebook while trying to watch the action. I like to see other people try and do that. And so Kevin Owens had previously, before the match, had told Seth Rollins that he had a plan for tonight. But Rollins didn't want to listen to what Owens was telling him. So during this match, Kevin Owens comes out and attacks Seth Rollins, causing a DQ. And Seth Rollins ended up winning by DQ. So that, you know what that meant? That meant that Bobby Lashley was not going to be a part of the match. However, Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce did not let that fly. they came out and said that, that the match was going to be no DQ, and the remaining of Bobby Lashley's matches were going to be no DQ. So they restarted the match. Bobby Lashley speared Seth Rollins and ended up being victorious. So overall, like, I get why they did that, but still, like, they could have done it in a different way. They should have put the no DQ from the beginning, because it was completely pointless for them to have Seth Rollins win and then come out and reverse it. So I was with a Miz TV segment, which was hosted by Maurice. Miz TV, Miz was there, and Edge was guest. Edge said that he knows how good Miz is, and he's seen many guys like Miz crash and burn. And he knows that Miz is a future Hall of Famer, and that he'll have to teach Miz a lesson. And that Miz attacks Edge, and then Miz uses Maurice as a shield, and Maurice was not happy. She ended up slapping Miz at the end. I will say this though, the Miz had a Hall of Fame video package for himself, proclaiming himself to be the headlining inductee to the WWE Hall of Fame, which I thought was hilarious. However, the fact that Maurice was out there leads me to believe that they are setting up for Beth Phoenix and Edge versus Miz and Maurice. So I don't know if that's actually going to happen at day one, or it might happen after day one. But they're set. The fact that Maurice was out there just leads me to believe that, and the fact that Beth Phoenix was left NXT commentary, yeah, I think that that's what they're going for. And then in the main event, it was the no DQ match. It was Big E and Bobby Lashley. Big E versus Bobby Lashley, my bad. So this wasn't a bad match. Half decent match, actually. I actually like this match. Of course, there's a table and a chair set up. I would have liked for them to use a little bit more weapons, though they did use plenty of tables, so I'm happy for that. Of course, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins came out because they had to protect their investments. So Big E then attacked them, and then they attacked Big E. Big E put Kevin Owens through a table. Lashley speared Seth Rollins through a table. And after that, Big E was getting ready to attack Lashley, but MVP hit Big E in the knee, allowing Bobby Lashley to be victorious. And that's how we close off Raw. Now we know at day one we're getting a fatal 4-way match for the WWE Championship. Overall, I would rate tonight's Raw of 2.5 out of 5 just because of that main event. I like that main event. But this show is not. This is not a good show. You know, I always try to be positive and find a good on something. But yeah, this show is just not a good show. The main event was great, but just did not make up for the lackluster stuff that we got on Monday Night Raw. Well, as going forward, I did go to SmackDown last week on Friday, so check out that video. And as for Legacy of Power, Christmas, you know, guys know the holidays are coming up, so I'm gonna do Legacy of Power maybe towards the last week of December. I definitely don't want to do a lot in terms of Power Rangers content because I do have some great ideas that will come in the new year. But I just want to say thank you guys all so much for watching and for supporting me. I finally hit 300 subscribers. I actually passed 300 subscribers. I'm at the year 4, and it means the world to me. Thank you guys all so much for the support and for tuning in and leaving likes. It means the world to me. Now I'm on the road. Now my next goal is to get to 500 subscribers. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys on Wednesday after AEW Dynamite. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or I release a new video. Bye.